Hey guys, Coach Claire here with a great bike for our program, our youth mountain bike program through the OGRCC for riders that are 9 years old and up. This is a great bike with fat tires and it's fully geared. In the back, ideally we'd have two in the front, but it does at least have one for the back for slightly smaller riders. And this is a great bike to ride Mayanas State Park and all of the other wonderful riding that we have. So if you wanted to get a bike like this and you wanted to know where to get it, then our local bike shops have them in stock. Of course, thank goodness the spring stock came in before this crisis. They are open because they are considered essential, but you need to call ahead. And what you can do is get the size of your rider and call them and they can eyeball the fit for you. Unlike an adult bike, the kids are much more generic, based more on the size of your child. So this particular bike would allow most riders a good 2 to 3 years of use, and then through our RCC cycling program, many of the families tend to sell their bikes to younger kids or smaller kids that are coming up to the program as they trade up to their new one. So that's awesome. So if you're sending your kid out to ride, and our spring programs are supposed to start next week, and of course now with USA Cycling's mandate and wanting to be safe, we won't be riding till at least May together as a group. Before you get on your bike or you put your child on the bike, make sure you check all of the bolts, handlebars, you check the brakes work, you want to check your hubs on each of your wheels. Generally kind of shake your bike and make sure it's all put together. Also, make sure that the saddle height is correct. Your kid probably grew over the winter, so you may want to increase the saddle height. When you get to the point where there's actually a mark on the seat tube, or excuse me, the seat post that will let you know how high you can put that seat, and every year we see people trying to stretch their dollar by raising and raising that seat post higher to the point of where it's no longer safe. That's when your child's going to need a new bike, so just be aware of that you don't go any higher than that. So this is a beautiful clean chain right here, and if you see any rust on it at all at home, you want to get that cleaned off. So what you want to do, you can take hot soapy water and a big scrubby brush, and you can scrub all of that down. You can also do the lazy man's way of spraying WD-40 all over it, and then pedaling backwards as you hold a rag here and clean all that off. Then you want to totally rinse it down, unless you use WD-40, which you're going to wipe off. And then you want to use an appropriate lube. If you don't have a lube, Shield T9 is a great overall, just generic that you can do. Otherwise, you can call the shop, any shop, and let them know you need to pick up some lube and they'll sell you a small bottle. And you're gonna lube generously all over the chain, and then you're gonna back pedal and shift the gears so that you can get all of the rings nice and lubricated, as well as the jockey pulleys. So making sure that your bike is ready to go for the spring. So give your bike some love and it'll give you some love back. Hope to see you out on the roads and on the trails soon. Cheers.